So it is continuation of polysaccharide. The second molecule is starch. Starch molecular form also C6H10O5 taken N. Already we discussed in maltose. Starch on acidic hydrolysis or diastase enzyme. In place of diastase enzyme on hydrolysis, it gives maltose. Maltose next converted into alpha D glucose units. Already discussed in maltose, that's why I am not discussing it much. So based on that reaction, this starch is combination of number of alpha D glucose units. So these all what I written here all alpha D plus glucose units. Alpha mean what is that? Hydroxy group and anomeric carbon should be opposite to this cyclic. All are opposite in cyclic oxygen. Observe here, all are opposite. So I just separate alpha D glucose unit represented. What is the exact polymer later I will discuss. So now starch is energy storage in plants, found in seeds, roots of plants, and corn, rice, wheat, potatoes, etc. Bread, pasta made from wheat flour, rice, corn that are easily digested because that 1,4-alpha glycosidic linkage. What is 1,4-alpha glycosidic linkage? I will discuss here. So this alpha glycosidic linkage is easily hydrolyzed by an alpha glycosidase enzyme. In cellulose, that beta glycosidase enzyme is not present in all animals. Only few that can easily digest the cellulose, but not all. But this alpha glycosidase enzyme found in all animals. That's why this one starch is easily digestible compared with the cellulose. It is only ruminants and some other termites will digest because that beta glycosidase enzyme present in that. That's why cellulose will digest, but starch is digested in all animals. Starch in the form of two. One is amylose, another is amylopectin. In starch, amylose 20%, amylopectin is 80%. This is a amylose is straight chain. I will show you a straight chain. Amylopectin is branched form. This is a straight line form. This is. And in amylose, nearly 200 to 1000 alpha D glucose units will be present. And it is water soluble. This is also soluble, but less in cold water, more in hot water. So next one, the Hayward structure of, first I am discussing about the amylose structure. I am discussing about the amylose Hayward structure. It is a straight chain. So this amylose having how many? 200 to 3000 alpha D plus glucose units. Number of D glucose units are there. I repeat only here few. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we know that here water molecules OH in the H2 water molecules, one oxygen is left. Here also OH water molecules, one oxygen is left. OH and here water molecules, one is left here. So if it is next is here also H will be lost. So now we are getting this type of glycosidic linkage. Don't write like this. This indicating here carbon is carbon. That's why always write in curved form. This is wrong representation. And this one is 1,4 glycosidic linkage. If it is next is there, here also continuation. If it is here also molecule is there, this is will be continuation. So one molecule I will take here, one oxygen include, one oxygen here exclude, and taken N. This is a number of alpha D plus glucose units. In it is straight chain. There is no link with the side, the down one chain. This is only one. This is amylose structure. Once again I can't write this structure. Time waste process. That's why in this only I will try to write the amylopectin. So one more chain I represented here. So here also OH and H water molecule loss, one oxygen is left. So that will be 1,4 glycosidic linkage. Here if it is next molecule is there, here also 1,4 glycosidic linkage. Here also one water molecule loss like this. This is also one amylose structure. In between these two, here, this is called 1,4 alpha glycosidic linkage, because this is C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, this is C6. Here C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6. So this C1, C4 carbon alpha glycosidic, because this is alpha D glucose, that's what it is 1,4 alpha glycosidic linkage. Now in between these two chain, here one more, if this one is OH is there here, if it is OH, then here H and OH water molecule loss, and we will get here this type of bond. This is also glycosidic linkage, but which one this is? C1, C6 linkages. Because this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is a 4, this is a 5, this is 6. So sometimes they may ask, in amylopectin, the branch linkage will be C1, C6, because this C1, this C2, C3, C4, C5 and C6. Here we hydrogen will be there. So amylopectin having one is C1, C4 alpha glycosidic linkage. Another one linkage is C1, C6. Don't confuse here. In amylopectin, C1, C4 alpha glycosidic linkage. In amylopectin, both will be present, because it is a total is amylopectin. Only single chain is here up, that is amylose. Both are there, that is amylopectin. That's why in amylopectin, both will be present. 1,4 alpha glycosidic linkage, C1, C6 alpha glycosidic linkage. That's why they may ask the question, which of the following is correct about the amylopectin? 1. In starch it is 80%. Second one, C1, C4, C1, C 1,4 alpha glycosidic linkage only, and C option C1, C6 alpha glycosidic linkage only, or all. Then that time only one word is not correct. That's why it is 80% one answer is correct, because only is not. Both C1, C4 glycosidic linkage, C1, C6 glycoside both will be present. And now a very important question is here, amylose soluble in water. Reason, it has a helical structure and all hydroxy groups are bonded with the water with hydrogen bond. That's why it is soluble due to the helical structure. It also form helical structure, that's why it is soluble in hot water. Due to branch chain, it is less soluble. And next one, in this helical structure, like this will be there, 3-dimensional. In this, iodine will form a complex, that is blue color complex. Blue color complex. Which one? Amylose form the blue color complex with the iodine, and amylopectin do not form the blue color complex. So it is also one of the important point for the competitive exam. And the question for you already given in the cellulose. Can it show mutarotation? Here also one question. Questions are 1. Mutarotation. Second one, it is reducing or non-reducing sugar. It means Tollens failing reagent react or not. Third one, it is already told here, solubility, soluble. Ozone formation possible or not. That also you have to answer based on the previous glucose, sucrose, maltose, fructose, lactose. There also I discussed. Based on that you have to answer, can it show mutarotation or not? It is reducing or non-reducing sugar, ozone formed or not. I already told here what is water soluble. And next one, polysaccharide is glycogen. So the third one, polysaccharide, is given in our textbook, that is glycogen. Its molecular formula also same. So now I am discussing about the glycogen. Third one. It is energy source in animals, generally humans also. This glycogen stored in muscles, liver, brain. So when energy need instantaneously, this glycogen break down into the glucose and it gives instantaneous energy. This glycogen present which is in muscles, this will be readily available energy and immediately hydrolyze and metabolize it. The secondary storage of this glycogen present in liver, it can be hydrolyzed to glucose for secretion into the bloodstream, providing an athlete with a second wind. Generally, when athlete run, so already wind will be there. So energy boost with the glycogen because glycogen easily break down into the glucose and it gives the energy boosting, that is called second wind or wind. This is the most important. Only thing is glycogen structure is similar to the amylopectin structure. This is amylopectin. Total is amylopectin structure. This is a branch. So at this branch in in amylopectin, 20 to 30 D-glucose unit will be there in amylopectin. But in glycogen, this one branch or number of branches will be there. But in glycogen, the extensive branches, it will be more number of branches compared to the amylopectin. This is one of the small difference between the amylopectin and glycogen. And sometimes they may ask the what are the uses of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates already we know these are the energy source and food in our diet. And next one, honey also one of the carbohydrate. It is used for instantaneous energy and also used in the Ayurvedic medicines. And next one, wood. It is used for preparing many wooden materials. And cellulose also it is very useful in the textile industries. Rayon, that is also rayon and cellulose are same material but small difference will be there. Cellulose acetate is called rayon. Cellulose acetate is called rayon. Cellulose nitrate is called gun cotton. It is used in explosives. Cellulose nitrate is called gun cotton used in explosives. Cellulose acetate is generally it is semi-synthetic polymer used in the textile industry. Rayon threads are more stronger than the normal cellulose. And next one, these are I am discussing about the uses. And glycogen also instantaneous energy for the animals. Starch also useful in our diet. So these are the importance of carbohydrates, and some nowadays some carbohydrates also used in some vaccine preparations. So thank you very much. These are the uses of carbohydrates. So maximum I discuss about the carbohydrates. One is glucose, fructose, sucrose, that is disaccharides are sucrose, maltose, lactose, and polysaccharides are cellulose, starch, glycogen, and their uses. Thank you very much.